Hey guys, Joanne here with Newegg TV. I'm here to do an overview on these Rosewill THOR V2 full tower computer cases in black and white. This case has a steel body with some plastic and plenty of mesh grill for airflow, and it measures 9.14 inches wide, 22.84 inches tall, and 21.89 inches deep. At the front, we have your 5.25 inch drive bays and your 3.5 inch drive bay with an adapter inside. And below that, we have your pre-installed 230 millimeter white LED fan. The difference with the black case is that it has a red LED fan. And here is your button to turn your LED on and off, which is very handy sometimes. To install your 5.25 inch drives, remove this sidebar here just like this and pop off the metal covers with this tab. Now I'm going to remove the front panel just by gripping the bottom here and pulling. Be careful though, because the wire for the LED switch is connected to the front panel. And here is a look at your 230 millimeter LED fan. And to install your 5.25 inch drives, be sure to also pop off these metal plates. Let me just put this cover back on. Actually, no, I'll just put it aside. On this side, we have some ventilation holes and a pre-installed 230 millimeter fan. However, you do have mounting points for 4 120 millimeter fans. Finally, on the back, we have your pre-installed 140 millimeter fan. You can mount a 120 if you would like, and we have several grommets, rubber grommets for threading your cables through or your water cooling tubes, a knockout for your input-output shield on your motherboard, 10 expansion slots, and some more ventilation holes, honeycomb ventilation holes, and finally a power supply mount on the bottom. At the top of the case, we have your power button, reset, your fan A and B speed control knobs, eSATA port, 2 USB 3.0 ports, 2 USB 2, your headphone and microphone jacks. And over here we have a recessed area, perhaps where you can put small items and accessories. And below these fins, we have your pre-installed 230 millimeter fan. You can adjust the fins to give you more airflow or to reduce noise. Let me just remove this top cover to show you your 230 millimeter fan. And there are mounting points for two 120s or two 140 millimeter fans. Now let me just quickly replace this top cover. On the bottom, we have some raised rubberized feet for airflow as well as to reduce vibration. And there is a removable dust filter here for where your power supply sits, so it's easier to clean. Next to that, we have mounting points for a 120 or 140 millimeter fan. I have already removed the thumb screws for the right side panel, so let's take a look. Over here, we have your cutout for your aftermarket heatsink, a lot of rubber grommets to thread your cables through, and a couple tie-down points to manage all those cables. And here we have a 3-pin connector for your front fan. Before we take a look at the interior, here's another look at your side 230 millimeter fan with its 3-pin connector. As you can see, the interior is fully painted white, and this case is compatible with micro ATX, ATX, E-ATX, and XL-ATX motherboards. Here's a look at your rear exhaust fan, 140 millimeter with its 3-pin connector. And let me just tilt this a little bit. There is your top 230 millimeter with its 3-pin connector. Now let me just turn this a little bit. We have some foam padding here to reduce vibration for where your power supply sits, and some raised rubber pieces to further reduce vibration as well as give your power supply a little bit more airflow. And next to that is a fan holder for a 120 or 140 millimeter fan, which also acts as a dust filter. You'll just have to take off the 4 screws on the bottom of the case to remove it to clean. And here are some cables for your front panel. These 2 Molex plugs power the Thor logo at the top of the case as well as the front panel in general. And here, nicely labeled, are your fan A and B headers. Let me just take off this twist tie here. This is your 20-pin USB 3.0 connector. And here's your SATA connector for your eSATA port at the top of the case. Here is your USB 2.0 connector, your audio connectors, and your various power, reset, and LED plugs. Finally, on this side, we have your 5¼ drive bays. It's a toolless design. Simply push down and slide to the right to lock. Below that, we have your 6 3.5-inch drives, and there are also mounting points for 2.5-inch drives, and they've included some rubber pieces here to reduce vibration. These are the accessories included in the box. You get your user manual, which is pretty standard, and in this box, we have a bag full of your cable ties, motherboard standoffs, and your various mounting screws. And if you don't know what they are, there is a nice little chart here for you on the box. Here's a quick 3D of the black case, just to give you some eye candy. And let me just take off this left side panel to give you a look at the interior. Here we are. Oh, and here's a look at the 230mm side fan. Voila. Here's a demo of the black case with its red LED front fan and the Thor logo, which is also in red. Now for a look at the white case LEDs. Here's your front fan, and the logo is also in white. That wraps up our overview on these Rosewill THOR V2 full tower computer cases in black and white. I'm Joanne, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our Newegg YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Newegg TV, and we'll see you next time.